All right, third attempt trying to make this video. I keep having things happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain kind of what I feel about these rankings and these media outlets. And I'm going to give you an expectation of what I feel this team is going to do this next year. Welcome into the video, guys. Please like, share, subscribe. You know, whatever you got to do, help me out. Get this team, get this thing rolling for me. I'm trying to get out of working, 3 jobs a day to where maybe I can get this thing rolling where you guys can get some good information. The thing that I hope to do with this channel that separates me from the rest of the channels is I want to give you an actual breakdown of what to expect. I want to be as real as possible. And I'm not going to sugarcoat things, but I'm also not going to praise other things and not praise the things that we should. So what I mean by that is, I just watched the interview with Mina Kimes and Nick Wright, and I don't know, I think it was a few days ago they posted it, but anyways, they ranked the 32 teams from 1st to 32, how they see it, and that's fine and all, but these guys have been disrespecting the Dolphins beyond all belief, and I don't get it. So they had us at like 23 or 24 on the list, which is whatever. That's their opinion, not factual. And if it was factual, I mean, I would be understanding, but it's not. So basically, they had teams ahead of us that I just can't fathom and understand why. I would put the Dolphins around 12, top 12 teams. I would not put them in the bottom half, but also I wouldn't put them in the top 10. I think we have the caliber of offense, and if the defense gets good, then we can actually contend for things. But right now, I'd say about 12 or 13. Okay, with the upside of top 5. So it's that good of a team. Yes, there's some spots on our team where it seems weak and seems down, but you guys really don't see the big picture. And I'll explain that to you in a little bit. So just to kind of go over some teams that they had ahead of us that irked me in the wrong way and made me very, very annoyed. The Chicago Bears. Okay. Very interesting. My father-in-law, he's a Chicago Bears fan. I do watch them quite often. The biggest problem with Chicago that I have, it's not the coaches, it's not the wide receiver, it's not any of those things. It's the quarterback. You guys will give these fools like Trevor Lawrence, Caleb Williams, Geno Smith, Matt Stafford, all these guys these excuses of, Matt Stafford actually has a Super Bowl, and he's very good, so I'll kind of leave him out there. But you guys will crap on really good players, and you will give these other guys who haven't done anything in the NFL and have been very, very bad. I mean, you guys put freaking Herbert top 7 in almost every major QB thing that you guys put out, which drives me nuts because he hasn't done anything. And he goes, oh my God, he threw so many yards. Please go watch the game. His first year was great. He had Williams, he had Allen. It was a good time. It was great. Problem is, since then, he's been a check down Charlie. Go look how many of those passes were within 10 yards or 5 yards or even behind the line. Please. Then you guys would say Tua's a check down Charlie, which he was only done for 1 year, which was last year. And that was due to the O-line being complete terrible garbage. But anyways, I digress. When they put the Bears ahead of us, I laughed. They put the Raiders, which I think the Raiders will be better than we all expect, only because they did make some decent acquisitions. They have a good running back now. The quarterback is fine. Geno Smith is a fine quarterback. He's not a great quarterback. And then, they still have Jacoby Myers, and they got a few pieces, but nothing to write home about. And that's what I'm like, what are they doing? Why are they putting them so high? So that's that. They also put the Patriots, which I don't know how many times or how many platforms or how many people I have to tell, like, Just because you go and spend $200 million, you load your team with all these big names, does not mean nothing. Like, nothing is meant from that. Just because they're all these big names and stuff doesn't mean they're going to be better. And the other thing that's getting me is this coach situation with the Patriots. You guys got Vrabel. He's a pretty good defensively minded head coach. Is he a phenomenal coach? No. Did he just come off of not working for an entire year because of so? Yes. He hasn't worked since two seasons ago. He's not that great. Okay? He's done well with what he's been given. I'll give him that. But basically how I see this Patriots team is basically the same caliber or less than what he had with the Titans. Like, he didn't really upgrade at any point in his coaching from there to there. And the players on this team are not that great. You don't really have a wide receiver option. You have what? Stephon Diggs. He'll do fair. Other than that, please tell me. Okay? Running back wise, you need a better running back. You guys still have Stevenson. He's a decent running back, but he's not a great running back. You have Henderson. Who the hell is that guy? We don't even know who he is. Okay? There's still so many questions. You're still about a year or two away from being a team that I can respect and say, oh my God, they're going to do something. So the Patriots, to me, it's not time yet. Okay? Jets, that's gone. Right? They're not doing anything this year. They're really not. So they did that. They put the Cardinals. That's hilarious. They put Seattle. That's hilarious. You know, all these teams that were sub 500 teams or barely past 500 or whatever, and they were doing that with teams that were better situated with their quarterbacks and all that. We went 8-9 with a situation where our quarterback was out six games. So I don't understand what we're going to digress for and how we're going to be that bad of a team. And this is where I'm getting into the team expectations. So the biggest problem last year, if you're actually a Dolphins fan, you know this, was our D-line, or our offensive line as well, but our offensive line, let me restructure this. Our offensive line was the biggest problem with the team. Okay, whether that was Tua at the helm or anybody else. The offensive line could not hold or get any push against any team out there. It was one of the worst worst offensive lines in the league, bottom 4. Okay? We could not run the ball for even 100 yards a game. We couldn't even get almost past 70 because the O-line was so bad that we couldn't get our run game going. So what the other teams started to do was they would start bringing putting their corners in certain positions where, like, it made our wide receivers have a hard time. They also did the single high, there was a 2-high safety or 2-high coverage that would stop almost all of our deep threat. Right? So now not only can we not run, we can't throw a deep ball. So we're stuck to being one-dimensional in the middle game or screen game, which is what we ended up being. So what did we do this year that makes that different? So we added James Daniels, who looks pretty good coming off his injury. We have Jonas Savaiinaya, who is looking really good in camp. Someone said he moved Sealer off this spot pretty good. So, and that's pretty hard to do. So I think we're good at the guard position finally. The tackle position is our weaker side of things, but Patrick Paul had an awesome time learning from one of the best we've ever had. And basically what he did in that time was with Terron Armstead, he learned what he needed to learn. And Armstead's already given his okay that Paul's going to do well. And Paul has shown in training that he's doing pretty well. He might make one or two things here or there, which is normal. Paul's a huge guy. He's going to hold that side down. Austin Jackson has done very good on his side too. So I think our O-line has drastically gotten better. So all that's going to mean is that now we're finally getting push, which means we're going to have a run game back. Achian's going to go bonkers. Wright's going to get to the middle of the line. Ollie Gordon's going to be able to run those first, second down, those third, fourth downs, and get those 1 or 2, 3 yards that we need with his big body. So what does that mean? More conversions, more time on the field, better offense, more smoother. We'll be back in the top 5 for offense. Wide receiver will start getting back to it too. Tua's going to stay healthy. I think he's not going to have no issues this year because he has a better O-line. He's not going to make those decisions. He knows this is his final year on his contract, and if he doesn't do anything, then he's out of here next year. Or he has 2 years. But if he gets hurt again, he knows he's not going to be the future of this team. So he's not going to put himself in those harm ways. We're going to have better O-line. It's going to keep Tua healthy and standing up. The other thing is defensively, okay? Front to back, our defense is stable, okay? And that's crazy to say. People are like, oh, cornerbacks are weak. Okay, let me explain something to you. Defensive line is as good, if not better, than last year. Because now we still have Benito Jones. We picked up Jordan Phillips. We picked up Zeke Biggers. Both of those guys are gigantic players. And in the middle, you still have Sealer, and that guy's a top 5 at the position when he's underrated. People don't give him his credit. And Kenneth Grant looks way better, more athletic than Wilkins was, and we saw what Wilkins can do next to Sealer. So that defensive line is going to be stacked nicely. They're going to get pushed, and they're going to get through that line pretty consistently. Now, if they don't get through the line, we now have our 3 pass rushers available, and Chop, Phillips, and Chubb. Okay? That is the single best crew of pass rushers in the entire NFL. Hands down, the best pass rushing core. Okay? Now, they're going to get pressure. No matter what, there's always going to be pressure almost every single snap. Those offensive lines that are going against our defense are going to get very tired. Okay? You can only stop, a dam. Or no, it's not a good thing. You can only stop so much pressure. Like, it's going to keep coming. They're going to be so tired. So, I think our defense is going to get through so many times. It's going to be crazy sack numbers. But on top of that, that's going to rush the quarterbacks to throw the ball, make errors. And it's also going to limit what the other team can do for deep passes. If we're getting constant pressure, they're not going to be able to throw 30, 40, 50-yard bombs because their players won't be able to get that far. So now we're forcing teams to play the middle of the field or about 20 yards out. That helps with our back-end issues, or what you guys call back-end issues. Okay? What we did over the last few days has been phenomenal. We added Jack Jones. We added Mike Hilton, right? We also have Fitzpatrick back there. So the way I see it, okay, not only do we have a great pass rush, but now we're getting into more of the coverage. So when we talk about our linebackers, we have Terrell Dodson, who, say what you will, I don't understand why people are so down about this guy. He was amazing last year. There's even a video I saw yesterday. Remember they played that one game. He had 15 tackles. And he had an interception all at the same game. And it was insane. He was a great player last year. He's back. Jordan Brooks, who is a top 10 at his position as well. So, basically we have stacked from the line all the way through there. Plus Willie Gay is going to be in there. He's an addition. He's a Super Bowl winning from the Kansas City Chiefs. Great player. Great energy. May even start over Terrell Dodson, but we'll see. But that's a great third person. That means when someone gets tired, he gets to go in and be that next guy. Crazy to think that's your backup. Now we get to the safety room. Okay? We have Fitzpatrick, who looks nasty in practice. He looks like he's going to be a top 1 or 2 safety in the league. He has shown nothing but great aspirations and great things in training right now. He's the leader of this group now. He's the guy in charge. He's going to get these guys rolling. He's taking the effect of helping other players. He's doing his thing. But now next time you're going to have, what, Iffy Milifanu, and you also have Ashton Davis, okay? You also have Campbell. You have a few others that are in there. That literally, that safety room is going to be solid. So where have I said a weakness yet? I don't know. Now we're going to go to corner, and this is where you guys say the weakness is. Jack Jones is one of the best ball hawks in the game right now. The dude knows when to make the jump. Okay, and not only that, he is great in the scheme in which we are playing. He's also somebody who can read the offense and know that, there's many times where he will jump a screen and take the ball for a pick six. He's done it a few times. I see that being a huge thing. Okay, not only can he cover too, but now you have Mike Hilton. Mike Hilton is a solid slot corner. He's going to take over where Kader Kuhu was. Okay, and he's going to be a shutdown corner for that spot. And Kader's going out to the boundary where he's very efficient. He's not amazing at any times, but he is somebody who will hold it down. And his backups, which is Storm Duck, and a few others, Storm Duck showed out last year. So now you're telling me not only do we have great starters now we have a backup that is also pretty good. So I'm not sure where this defense is going to be lacking. I think we're going to be even better than people understand. I think we're going to have a top 10 defense, and we're going to have a top 5 offense. Not only that, now the special teams is probably going to get better too, because not only do we get a better punter, we also have great gunners and great players going in for that. We're also going to have, I think they said Waddle may return some of these kicks, who is one of the best runners we've known on our team as far as yards after catch. So we'll see. But I think all three of the things are going to go, all three phases of our game has gotten better. Sorry if I'm reading you guys over there. So all three of our phases of the game are getting better. I honestly don't understand how we're so low. But because people are thinking of us as, a pushover or a team that they're just going to beat, I'll let them keep thinking that. And when we come out, we punch them in the face and we move on to the next game and next game and next game, win, win, win. I don't want to hear nothing. Yesterday I did a mock season predictor. If everything goes literally well, if there's no injuries, everybody stays good, I see this team maybe winning the division and beating the Bills. 14 wins was the number for their ceiling. Their floor is 10 wins. I don't understand where all this hate's coming from, saying they're going to be a 6-win team or a 5-win team. You guys are on some kind of hardcore drugs, and you're not keeping up with the team, or you're just score box watchers, or something happened to y'all. Y'all just don't understand football. And I'm tired of fighting people in the comment sections. I'm tired of getting stressed over it. It's frustrating. This fan base is literally embarrassing. And if it's not a fan base, the media is also very, the media is so up and down. Watch us go out on start out on a 5-1 or 6-1 or 7-1. And they're going to be like, oh my God, now they're going to fall off and blah, 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 talking their shit, right? But they're going to all jump on board and say, oh, the Dolphins are a real deal if we start out with 7-1. And then all of a sudden they're going to be like, oh, we'll watch the last few games and watch them fall apart. And that's going to be one of those things you're going to still talk about. I don't get it. It drives me to a whole new level of anger that I cannot take when I think about these media outlets putting teams that are bums ahead of us that literally aren't ready. But anyways, tell me where you think we're going to finish. Go ahead and leave it in the comment section. Where do you guys think our win to loss is going to be? Go ahead and let me know what you think is going to happen this season, where you predict our season to go. And, just let me know if I'm delusional. I mean, y'all probably say it anyways. I don't know. I feel like I'm a Dolphins fan. I'm a fan. I actually promote them to win. I want to think of them winning. I want to be a positive person when it comes to this. And I feel like y'all hate on me for that, or most of you do. because you guys want to think about the worst and act like jerks the whole time and just terrible mindsets. So, I don't know. Other than that, guys, that's all I'm really going to talk about today. I think that we're going to be fine this season. I think we're doing better than you guys even think. And, understandably, I understand where you guys think things have fallen off, but really we picked up right where we left off and got better. I can't wait for this season. I cannot wait to shut everybody up. This may actually be the season we win our first playoff game in 25 years. I'm calling it right now. It's just, it really could happen. And if it happens, Mike McDaniel's safe. Greer will be safe, unfortunately. I mean, he's the one person I think we should get rid of. I think Mike should stay. But I think Greer has shown this year that he's willing to put the work in and get some of these players we need. And the last few players he's been grabbing is phenomenal. So at the end of the day, he's making moves, and I appreciate that from him. So, depends on how the season goes. If Greer can keep doing what he's doing like this every year, we should be fine. It's where he gets stupid with the money and not pay his guys. That's where I get annoyed. Like, if he let Sealer walk, I literally would quit watching his team. But I don't think it's going to happen. Anyways, fins up all day, every day. Fight the good fight. Stop fighting with these idiots in the comment section and don't know ball. It's easy to see who it is and who is not. There's situations of why each season has fallen apart, and not everyone is Tua. Unfortunately, these idiots out here literally want to blame everything on that kid. I think Tua has taken the proper steps forward in his progression. His leadership skills have gotten way better. Fools like, for instance, TD Finstock, him and his fan base, I hate literally everybody in that fan base. And if you want to talk and you want to tell me how much I suck because I am a Tua-neer, then go ahead. I'm not a Tua-neer. I'm a realist. I see what's going on. I know what happens each season. Like, for instance, 2023, when Tua had his best year, what happened at the end? Why didn't we win the freaking games against, the Ravens? Why didn't we win against the Kansas City Chiefs? Oh, because it's above 500 team and Tua sucks against them. No. Go watch it. We had no starting players that were healthy. We had like 15 players down. Then we lost Chubb at the end of that Ravens game, which he shouldn't have been in anyways because we were already losing. But we lost him. When we played the Kansas City Chiefs in the 5-degree weather or subpar weather, we had a college-level team to field playing against the Super Bowl winning team. How did you guys expect anything else to happen but lose? Yes, Tua couldn't save our team when nobody on the team was worth the crap. Half-injured Waddle, half-injured Tyreek. Tua was fighting for something, just trying, but nothing to do. Defense was just beyond destroyed. Third strings were playing. They shouldn't have been playing. So, that was 2023. 2024, last year, what happened? Oh, Tua goes down with a concussion. Reason why I do the quotation marks. Tua went down with the concussion. Then the next day or two, he's at the whatever on ice, where it's strobe lights and brightness and stuff like that. Nothing's bothering him though. He's fine, right? So he had no actual leftover injury or whatever from the concussion, right? I think he just got rocked for a second. And we got up, everybody's thinking the worst. And that's why they were like, let's be safe. Let's keep him out for 4 games. Okay? That dude flew to Seattle with a concussion. You're not supposed to fly with a concussion. All the pressure in your head would make injuries, health problems. So why'd he fly to Seattle? Weird. He was out for the look of it because the NFL didn't want to take a risk. But he was not out because of a concussion. Okay? Then he comes back. He goes on a spree where we literally win 5 or 6 in a row. He goes again. Actually, the 2 we lost. The one against the Arizona Cardinals where he balled out. And what happened? Defense let us down. They kicked the field goal last second. Then what happened? We played the Bills. Tua balls out again. Oh, Tua doesn't ball against good teams. Tua balled out against the Bills. Oh, what happened? A 75-yard kick because our our safety, Jordan Player, decided to make a unnecessary foul, or allowing them 10 or 15 yards closer to their field goal for them to make the game-winning kick and win by 1 point or 2 points. The reason why I say this around players used to play for the Bills. And to go figure, the guy who used to play for the Bills is the reason why the Bills won. So, cannot blame Tua for that. But every game after that he went crazy on, and we won. It got us to a point where we almost had a chance to go to the playoffs still. But y'all want to sit there and say he's trash. And then we go into the last few games and he has an injury again because the O-line is trash. Messes up his hip. And look what happened. He had to be out for another 3 games because his hip injury is from college. Like, the O-line is the problem. Health is a problem because of the O-line. That's what happened last year. And to say that we still almost made the playoffs with all of that happening to us on top of the Tyreek problems, Tyreek playing with a messed up wrist, and we still almost made it. Like, what are y'all crying about? Go be a Browns fan. Go be a Jaguars fan. Go be a freaking Patriot or a Jets fan. Go be, like, come on. Go be one of those guys. Hey, go be a Bills fan. They haven't won a Super Bowl ever. They're so great, but they haven't ever won a Super Bowl. They're the only ones in our division who have not had a Super Bowl, but you guys will sit there and say they're so amazing when they haven't won jack shit. Every time we play the fucking Bills, what happens? Excuse my language. They beat us by like 3 points. That, or they hurt Tua, and Tua's out for the game. He's been hurt 2 or 3 times out of the last 5 times we played them. 6 times. He's been hurt like half the time in the last 6 times we played them. They beat us, 5 out of the last 6 or something like that? We beat them 1 time at home. Then they played Skyler, who almost beat them. Skyler almost beat them. And then we almost beat them in the cold. Then they destroyed us because Tua was hurt. And then what happened with this last one? They beat us by a field goal kick from 75 yards. They're not destroying us when we have a healthy team on the field. So y'all sit there and act like there's such a big difference from their team to our team, but we barely lose. And it's because of bullcrap. It's always defensive problems that we end up losing. You guys want to blame Tua every single time. So I digress. Watch ball. Don't come at me with the BS. Stop talking shit online if you don't know what you're talking about. The ones that really know what football is, we're the ones trying to fucking get you set straight and get you to stop talking out your booty hole. And just act right. Promote the team. Promote Tua. Promote Tyreek. Promote them all. They all have flaws. They all have issues. But you know what? That's the Dolphins team. Promote the team. Fins up. All day. Every single day. Random ass day. Wearing my Dolphins gear almost every other day when I can. If it's clean, it's on me. Simple. So, like I said, like, share, subscribe. Love you guys. I want to get this to be a real thing. I'm hoping sometime in my future I can get on this more, away from work, start actually enjoying some more leisure time with you guys, explaining some of it. I think when we do, the actual season comes around, I'm going to do post-game highlights, go over what I think about each game, win or loss, and we're going to move that route. Other than that, stay strong. Stay finned up and bricked. We got this. Good season coming. All right, peace out, guys.